Welcome to the AI Applied podcast. I'm your host, Jaden Schaefer. Each week, I cover breaking AI news, tools, and interview experts giving you actionable tips on applying AI into your career, job, workflows, and life. ChatGPT is incredibly powerful, and it has the ability to disrupt a lot of industries. So today on the podcast, we are specifically going to talk about how ChatGPT is going to disrupt business. We're going to talk about some different industries, jobs, and tasks that can now be automated, and really what this is going to look like from a macro level on all of the different areas within business that ChatGPT is specifically going to disrupt. So without further ado, let's dive into it. The first area that I have kind of looked into a bit that I really think ChatGPT is going to have some major implications is within sales. ChatGPT can automate your sales tasks like lead generation and customer outreach. And also by analyzing customer data and behavior, it's really good at identifying potential leads, and it will have the ability to reach out to them with personalized messages. This is crazy. And of course, as its own standalone app, this thing isn't just automatically, outreaching people and internalizing data. So you need a person that can feed it certain amounts of data, ask it certain questions, get certain custom things, or people most likely are going to take this technology, integrate it into current technology stacks and have use it as kind of the engine for making a lot of these decisions. So this is going to help businesses a lot increase their sales and revenue while also helping them to just reduce the overall time and resources they have to spend on sales and marketing. Another area that people have already started to use this with is customer service. Because of the way the chat is really good at taking in questions and giving good responses, you're able to pretty much train ChatGPT or pretty much write extensive prompts explaining what your common problems are that your customer service reps face, right? So you could just go and ask your customer service reps to create a document or a spreadsheet of the 100 most common problems they have to solve and what the solutions are. Feed that to ChatGPT, and all of a sudden you have this super robust kind of chatbot that's able to help people problem solve. And then also, if it's unable to do that, it can forward it off to a human. So it doesn't really replace humans, but it really can automate a huge portion of what a human does, pretty much 10xing their productivity. Another area is content creation. I think every business owner and business is seeing this right now. ChatGPT's ability to create content of every type, blog posts, articles, product descriptions, copy for your website, just all content, right? Like video scripts, everything. So this is going to be pretty massive for content creation. And then also that leads into other AI tools that, you could use, ChatGPT to write the script for a video. Then you could use another AI to read the script for your video. So, it really can go pretty in depth on what ChatGPT, but also AI does. Another area for business that is going to be absolutely massive is data analysis. So ChatGPT can analyze massive amounts of data and generate really good insights that can help businesses make informed decisions. So by processing data from various sources, including customer feedback, sales data, social media interactions, ChatGPT can actually provide insights into customer behavior, market trends, and business performance. This is going to help businesses to improve their products and services, optimize their marketing strategies, and just overall, I think it's going to really help them just increase revenue. So this is a massive area. And like I said, obviously you can't just give ChatGPT access to billions of, millions of gigabytes of data from your company. But what you can do is have a human segment out like a big data set of some sort of specific results, give it to ChatGPT and ask it to crunch the numbers pretty much and give you what an analyst typically would do, feedback on what you should do based on those numbers. And I think that's going to be really powerful. So again, doesn't replace the analyst because the analyst has to go and find the data set and feed it and ask the question, but it's going to be able to make it their job 10 times faster. So pretty much 10xing data analyst's job. Another area is just in education overall. ChatGPT is literally going to revolutionize the education industry, which is a massive business, and it's going to automate tasks like grading, providing feedback, answering student questions. I've already talked to teachers that are telling me when they have to go and give feedback on, 100 students' responses. They're just throwing their essays into ChatGPT and asking it to give a positive feedback that shows that they read it. And love it or hate it, teachers are using it. So it's also kind of brings up the question of, like, how are students going to use it? But that's a whole nother can of worms for another time. Overall, though, it's really going to help to automate a lot of tasks, make them a lot more efficient. And so I think it's going to be massive in education, whether we like it or not. Another area is legal. This is controversial, right? Lawyers absolutely hate this. There was a company called Do Not Pay. And essentially what it did was it was going to have someone go into the courtroom for their hearing for a traffic ticket and put a little earpiece in where everything that they said was fed into ChatGPT and asked for a good response. And then they were going to say the response back, and they're going to do some tests to see like how effective this was at getting them out of the ticket. And when the lawyers got really up in arms about this, and they finally tracked down and figured out who was going to be doing this test and experiment, and they threatened them with jail time. They said, we're going to sue you and put you in jail if you do this, blah, 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 because of course that kills their job if you don't need a lawyer to represent you in those situations, if ChatGPT becomes your lawyer. And of course, I mean, in my opinion, you're fronting all the risk of if that works or doesn't work, what you say. So anyways, they threatened the person with jail time. They backed out of it. I'm not sure exactly where it's at now, but as you can see, like, lawyers will sue, people will rage, things will happen. But at the end of the day, if there's a powerful technology that can do something faster and cheaper, like, inevitably it will get implemented. So I don't actually see a version of history where ChatGPT and these AI technologies don't crack into the legal field. Maybe it's as soon as lawyers find out they can make money off of them and implement them, they're going to embrace them instead of fighting them. Inevitably, if it does the job faster and cheaper, it's going to get implemented. Another area is healthcare. ChatGPT is good at automating healthcare tasks like patient triage, diagnosis, and treatment recommendations. Now, of course, that sounds very sketchy, right? Getting ChatGPT to diagnose you for diseases and taking that seriously. What I actually think that this is going to be used for, number one, maybe not necessarily ChatGPT, probably a more specialized trained bot, but Stanford made one called PubMed GPT, trained it on a whole bunch of medical journals, and it was actually really good at diagnosing. So whether they do that or ChatGPT integrates more specialized models and training and fine-tuning specifically in healthcare, I really do think that eventually this is going to be a massive breakthrough as far as kind of cutting down the costs. And it's not going to replace a doctor because, you're going to go get diagnosed by ChatGPT or whatever, a PubMed GPT. You'll take that to your doctor and they'll look at it, they'll look at your symptoms, they'll look at that, and they'll be able to use that as like a starting point. I've also seen that with x-rays where they'll give you an x-ray, they'll send it to an AI. The AI will go and detect areas that it thinks are of concern, sends it to the doctor looks at it, or the dentist looks at it to identify cavities, or a doctor looks at it to identify abnormalities in your body. And it's kind of like a good starting point and make sure that they don't actually miss anything. So yeah, I think this is going to be massive for healthcare in so many different ways. Another area that is going to be very revolutionized is finance. ChatGPT can automate a lot of financial tasks like investing analysis, portfolio management, and fraud detection. So by analyzing financial data and providing insights into market trends and investment opportunities, ChatGPT is going to help a lot of investors make more informed decisions, and I think this is actually going to improve their financial performance. Now, of course, this is not financial advice. I'm not going to tell you to go and ask ChatGPT to make all of your life decisions, and I'm sure ChatGPT is going to have disclaimers if people do. But I do think that this is actually going to help financial institutions as well as people. Like, inevitably, your financial advisor is probably going to use tools like this, similar AI tools, to calculate things and make informed decisions, and I think a lot of people are going to do that as well. So in conclusion, wrapping up this podcast episode, I think ChatGPT has some massive potential to really disrupt business across a huge variety of industries. It's going to automate a ton of tasks. It's going to improve customer interactions. It's going to streamline business processes. And so with its natural language processing capabilities, just because it has the ability to really generate human-like responses, I think that it's going to automate a ton of different tasks and functions. And that's like including everything we talked about today, customer service, content creation, data analysis, sales, legal, healthcare, all these different areas. And while some might actually fear all of this disruption, I really believe it's going to make us 10 times more productive. And I believe that technological disruption and these massive paradigm shifts we see, that they come out every 10 years or so, they really do a massive job at raising the global standard of living. So I, for one, am very excited for this. I'm excited for all the tools and productivity increases we're going to see in our lifetime. And I think that it will have some massive positive effects on society.